Hello guys and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'll be comparing some phones that are the best contenders if you want to buy a phone under 20,000 Indian rupees. The phones I'll be comparing today are Realme X2, Poco X2, Redmi K20 and Realme 6. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the displays then. The Realme X2 has a very good 6.4-inch 60Hz Super AMOLED screen, which is easily the best screen out here in terms of vibrance and color accuracy. It also has a water drop notch at the top to house the front camera. Poco X2 has the highest refresh rate screen here, a 6.6-inch 120Hz LCD panel. Now, the high refresh rate would make things feel a lot more smoother, but the LCD would not offer the same vibrance and color depth that an AMOLED panel would do. It has a hole punch in the screen that houses the dual front-facing cameras. The Redmi K20 has a 6.4-inch 60Hz Super AMOLED screen, which is very similar to what is offered on the Realme X2. The main difference is that the K20 has a very beautiful notchless display with a pop-up mechanism for the front camera. The Realme 6 has a 6.5-inch 90Hz LCD panel, which is at par with what the other phones offer. It also has a punch hole design for the front camera. Out of the four phones here, the Poco X2 and the Redmi K20 have the brightest screens at 500 nits while the others come in at 480 nits. I believe that 90Hz is the sweet spot for refresh rate, as 120Hz would consume a lot more battery and the 90Hz to 120Hz jump isn't that definite. I believe that in this category, Realme 6, Realme X2 and Redmi K20 are the better buy in terms of display. Now let's talk about the hardware. The Realme X2 runs on the Snapdragon 730G with 4, 6 and 8GB RAM options. Poco X2 runs on the Snapdragon 730G but only with 6 or 8GB RAM options. The Redmi K20 runs on the Snapdragon 730 and has only 6 or 8GB RAM options. The Realme 6 is the only phone here which is running a MediaTek processor, namely the MediaTek Helio G90 processor with 4, 6 or 8GB RAM options. All the phones here run on UFS 2.1 storage speed. In terms of performance, the Snapdragon 730G is the newer version of the 730 and offers marginally better performance but nothing extraordinary. What is extraordinary though is the performance of the Helio G90 processor. It is by far the most powerful processor here, mainly due to the fact that it is based on a 12nm platform as opposed to the 8nm platform on the Snapdragon 730 or 730G. This helps it in many ways and it will offer better graphics while playing graphic intensive games like PUBG or Asphalt, and also has higher benchmark scores, both Geekbench and Antutu benchmark. So here the Realme 6 has an edge above the others. Next, we'll talk about the cameras. The Realme X2 has a quad camera setup at the back and a single water drop notch camera at the front. The Poco X2 has a quad camera setup at the back but has a dual punch hole camera setup at the front. The Redmi K20 has a triple camera system at the back and a motorized pop-up front camera. The Realme 6 has a quad camera setup at the back while having a single punch hole camera at the front. I'll not go into the details of the megapixels and focal lengths of the cameras, but rather I'll just compare the quality of the photos and videos that these phones offer. The Realme X2 offers very good photographs with the portrait mode working very good and brilliant edge detection. The nightscape mode also helped in producing better low light photos, but the low light videography was a bit miss. The Poco X2 offers decent photo quality during the day with good details, but low light photographs are not as detailed as the ones taken in daylight, and low light video is not up to the mark. The Redmi K20 produces very good daylight photos with details and colors being very accurate. The low light photos were also very good, and the night mode helped reducing the noise and increasing the overall brightness of the photos. The videos were very good, and the low light video was also the best in the group. The Realme 6 produced decent photographs in the daylight, but photos clicked in low light had a lot of noise and the videos were a hit or a miss. In terms of camera performance, I feel that the Redmi K20 was the winner and the Realme X2 coming in at second. Now let's compare the software. All of the phones here run on Android 10. The Realme 6 and the Realme X2 run on Realme UI, while the Redmi K20 and Poco X2 run on MIUI 11. Now personally, MIUI is not my cup of tea, especially because it has a lot of bloatware and ads on even stock apps. The Realme UI gives you a much better near stock experience and has no ads, minimum bloatware, better overall look and more features too. So here both the Realme phones are the clear leader. Now we'll compare the design along with some extra features which these phones may offer. The Realme X2 has a in-display fingerprint scanner, a 4000 mAh battery with 30-watt fast charging, dedicated memory card slot, and a USB Type-C charging connector. The Poco X2 has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, a 4500 mAh battery, and 27-watt fast charging, hybrid memory card slot, and a USB Type-C charging connector. Redmi K20 has a in-display fingerprint scanner, a 4000 mAh battery with 18-watt fast charging, no memory card slot, and a 3.5 audio jack as well. The Realme 6 has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, a 4300 mAh battery with 30-watt fast charging, dedicated memory card slot, 3.5 jack, and a USB Type-C connector. Here, the Poco X2 has the highest battery capacity, while Realme X2 and Redmi K20 offer an in-display fingerprint scanner. Realme 6 has the fastest charging time with a 100% charge in just under 55 minutes, while the Redmi K20 offered the slowest charging time. As for the design, the Redmi K20 offers the most different and eye-catching design and also offers a notchless experience on the front. So, on to the conclusion. If you seek very good performance and decent camera quality, then you should go for the Realme 6. If you want high refresh rate screen with decent performance, you can go for the Poco X2. If you want an all-rounder phone that has a good camera, good performance, a good notchless AMOLED screen, then you should go for the Redmi K20. But if you don't want the Redmi K20, then you should definitely go for the Realme X2. Just to simply sum up, I'd say choose between the Realme X2 or the Redmi K20. But if you want a faster refresh rate screen, then you could also go for the Realme 6. You can choose whatever design you like the best between the Realme 6, Redmi K20 and the Realme X2, and you can choose whichever phone suits your budget better. These phones are very good for the price and you won't go wrong with any of them. Well, that's it for this video guys. I hope you guys liked this in-depth comparison. If you did, then please like this video and share this video if you know someone who's wanting to buy a new phone. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then, I'm Techie Rannjodh and I'm signing out. Peace from the Northeast.